Hi guys, welcome back to another Star Wars figure review. Next video, we're going to take a look at one of the figures from the Vintage Collection line. And this is one that has just been a load of army-like sort of figure lines that sort of become out now. And you already guessed by the title, it is the Death Watch Mandalorian. Now before looking properly, we'll take a look at the packaging that this one comes in. As you can see, it's the Clone Wars base, this one, and you do get the good artwork on the side in the Vintage Collection card back regarding this. Of course, they did make it a bit more sturdy in a few recent months regarding this. I do like that good look at it there and sort of capturing it from the animated show in an attempt to sort of have it looking more live action, because that's what the idea of what they do with these figures is give them a realistic interpretation. On the back there you do get other figures that are available in this wave. I do have the Cantina Band guy, I forget his name, Figure Dan, there you go, and the Super Commando Captain and Fennec Shand and Jesse out of this line so far. So it's a good one that I'm sort of slowly building up. I was able to get this one because Star Action Figures were doing a bit of a sale over the holiday period. You could pick up some of the good figures at cheaper prices, and I got this guy for about for less than a tenner really. I think some of it £7 I got him for instead, which is like sort of some of the old retail value they used to sell 3 3/4 inch action figures at. So it was nice to get one at an older price, especially in this day and age with inflation and all that. So yeah, that was a good enough purchase to buy. And I sort of bought a small little bundle of one of different types of characters that were available there, so that was a good one to have. But I think this is still a good figure anyway, because of course these do appear in the Clone Wars, primarily during the Siege of Mandalore arc when they're helping Ahsoka and Bo-Katan take back Mandalore from Maul, along with the 332nd clone troopers and some of the 501st as well, and Rex. So yeah, this is a good set of figures. Of course, these guys do eventually take it down, as we know, and they're very much done. It's sort of a good level there. So what Hasbro have basically done though to sculpt this guy is they've taken the body mold from the Boba Fett figure from 2021. They did release a Return of the Jedi Boba Fett figure, and they've done a good job by taking the body work out of that to sort of give this figure the right sort of sculpt and what's necessary to make him possible. The helmet and chest armor are just the same sculpt. You can tell that straight away already, and I don't say it's a bad thing because it was really well done for that Boba Fett, and they later did it for the droids Boba Fett too, so that worked in that regard. But you do get a good lot of accessories that come with this. So you get the Mandalorian blaster pistol rifle that you do get, that they can have in both arms, but then you do also get the twin pistols that fit in the holsters. So you're sort of given a choice really as to which one you want to use, and that's what I like about these figures. So there's the plain one without the not in the hand there, sort of the long one. This is just the single one that doesn't really fit in the holsters. So yeah, if you can't have it on there, you basically have to just put it away. But you do have the option of getting the twin pistols out of the holsters, which I'll just do for you now. It just takes a little bit of effort to do because they do sort of hold in place pretty well, firmly. So I'll just attach these in rather nicely, and that one there, and then you got the other one out of the other holster for here as well. So it's got a bit of a more looser hold on the left hand, as I have dropped the pistol quite a few times when sort of displaying them, so I'm just going to sort of hold on to them as they are right now. So yeah, I'm not going to keep them out for too long. I do always display this one with the single rifle one, but you sort of get an idea with both of these, just sort of the available poses that this action figure can give you when you're on the shelf with it, especially if you're building an army with them as well. Like that really does help in regards to giving you what you sort of want with these figures. But I like having this guy out in a sort of a pose as though he's sort of firing the rockets out of the side of his armor there. So yeah, that works for me. Unfortunately, the rangefinder isn't movable down, which is a shame. When I don't know why Hasbro do. Sometimes they have done this for 3 3/4 inch figures, and sometimes they just don't. So part of me thinks they should just make their mind up regarding that. At least they sort of did with the Black Series. They sort of have made it common practice that you can move it forward now. But most on the 3 3/4 inch, they sort of have sometimes. Like I've seen older figures, like the 30th anniversary line had ones where you could move it forward. But such as the animated debut Boba Fett, you could move that one, but you can't move the newer ones. So yeah, it's a shame. But even again, looking down the figure though itself, you've got a good look of weathering that they've done for the vintage figure to sort of show it's a Mandalorian who's been in battle. Not so much his jetpack, that has somewhat more clean look, but it's mainly around the chest plate there. You can of course remove the jetpack. It just take a bit of effort to pull out, but there you go, you can't get it out, and that's there. They've got all the good detailed markings on there, and it's nicely strapped down. As I said, it's the same as the Boba Fett, sort of body sculpt as the Boba Fett from the Vintage Collection in 2021, so, and the Droids one, so you've got that mark there. But I think this is a really good figure. Like, I wasn't too fussed about this when I saw it, especially with the price you pay for Vintage Collection figures these days, but it was around about the holidays time, and I just saw the prices they were going for on Star Action figures, and I was like, let's jump in it, let's get some. I just figured because I was back in work again. I'd been off work during the summer, and I was finally back in work, and I was making the money again. I thought, you know what, let's treat myself and I'll buy something, and I bought some stuff from SAF, and yeah, it was worthwhile. There were basically 3 different versions of Mando's primarily in the set that I got, but it was good to start off with that and then build it up to more of what I wanted and just sort of increase the collection as it goes. So yeah, I mean, very, very much so, highly recommend these figures. Even if you just want one for a Clone Wars shelf, or you just want an army build, it's up to you really how you want to do this. And of course there is 2 versions of Death Watch Mando, because of course the Black Series did release a Mandalorian's version from later on from that part of the series, so you do have that as an option as well if you're a Black Series collector of it as well. But I do prefer this 3 3/4 inch action figure version of the Death Watch Mando. I think it's just because it fits better in with the Clone Wars figures than it does with the Mandalorian ones, but that is very much there. I'll give you a run down the articulation as well. You get the ball jointed neck, ball hinge shoulders and elbows. Yeah, you do get the bit of the swivel at the gauntlets, but you get the ball hinged wrists, ball jointed torso, ball hinged hips, ball hinged knees, and the ball joint rocker at the ankles. So you can, again, like most other figures, many poses you can get him in. Whereas, and as I said, you got an army of these, many poses to get ready for battle with, and that works out for others there. So yeah, that is the Death Watch Mando figure. Very, very much worth the buy. Like, I know, as we say about Hasbro having their reuse for a lot of figures over the times. There's times when it works and it's sort of meant to be done. This is one of those times when it's done it, and it really doesn't matter if it's reused because it's meant to look this way, and it's reused in the right way, as you sort of say, and that's what this one does. So yeah, I definitely pick this up if you're a fan of like Mandalorians and stuff like that. This one's worth having, and it's definitely a good addition to collection. It goes well with like a small 501st Legion if you have one, and like with Bo-Katan and that as well. Very, very much worth the addition. So do pick this guy up. I'll leave a link in the description to where you can pick him up from. And do drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it, leave a comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to know when I've uploaded another video, for you'll be able to know that very soon. And I'll see you in the next video.